Hey, what's up, y'all? And it is time to do another preview and prediction video. And today we're gonna do the Georgia Bulldogs, and I am here with your boy uh, Mayhem Matthew.
What's up, guys? How y'all doing tonight?
Yeah. So anyway, so yeah, we had a pretty good season last year, huh?
Yep, back to back national champions. It's really hard to do that, and we are kind of set up to possibly go back to back to back. So uh, that's really good there.
Yeah, we want we want a three-peat. Yeah. Right. So of course last year, look at last year's schedule. Of course, started out we destroyed Oregon and Sanford and South Carolina. Yeah, kind of struggled a bit against Kent State. Struggled a lot against Mizzou, but we barely came out of there with the win. Yeah, but then we got back on track with when we destroyed Auburn and Vandy, and then Florida, uh, and then Tennessee. Yeah, we Tennessee had the best offense uh, um, in college football last year, and we shut them down, holding them to just 13 points. See, then we blew out Mississippi State, and then we beat Kentucky. Yeah, in a struggle game. And of course, we blew out Georgia Tech. We kind of struggled there for the first half, but ended up blowing them out in the second half. Then same thing with LSU. Yeah, that game was over at halftime. SEC championship, and then of course a shootout with Ohio State. You know, we think we were down for uh, uh, for a lot of this game, but we did end up coming back from 14 down. Then of course we absolutely obliterated TCU in the national championship. So
Yeah, and in that Ohio State game, I think we were down at one point by a couple of scores there. So we were able to um, have Stetson Bennett clutch in the fourth quarter, passing for like 190 yards and a couple of touchdowns to bring us back to win that game. I know it came down to a field goal, but you know, um, it is what it is. Ohio State man, always lose, but this year we do lose. A couple of guys, obviously we just had the NFL draft. You lost 10 guys to the NFL draft, and then you had a couple of guys went, undrafted, but they got picked up by NFL teams. Um, I believe you had Hot Pod Lesney.
yeah,
You had Warren Erickson. He got invited to the Broncos mini camp,
right. You had
and
Kyrus Jackson. Yeah,
yeah,
you think he got signed by the Titans. So yeah,
right. So you had a couple, you had a lot of guys leave, but it seems like the Georgia Bulldogs are
yeah,
loaded once again. I feel like our wide receiving core is as deep as it gets at Georgia, as deep as it ever has been at Georgia. Our running backs. You have Kendall Milton. I know he's out with injury, but he'll be back this fall. Then you have Roderick Robinson, which is really good there. Dejon Edwards, very physical. Andrew Paul, very physical as well. All these guys are very physical. I feel like
yes,
our running back room is very good there. Obviously, our tight end room is strong. Got Lawson, Lucky. You also have Brock
Brock
Bowers.
Bowers. Yeah,
So our offense is probably going to be a lot better than it was last year, and that's crazy to say that, but I really do believe it. And you know, For as the defensive side, you know, you want to tell us about that, Vic?
What about which side?
The defensive side.
Okay, well, first I want to talk a little bit more about the offense. Going to go over a few stats. Of course, we do lose Stetson Bennett. Of course, he was a finalist. He had through 4,127 yards, 27 touchdowns, 7 receptions, 9.3 yards per attempt, and completion percentage of 68.3. And he also could run a lot too. He had 57 carries, 205 yards, and 10 touchdowns. So we do lose him, but we do bring back Carson Beck. So uh,
Yeah, I feel like I know that none of our quarterbacks has started a game for, you know, in college, but I still believe, if you watch Carson Beck, he is very talented. 4-star coming out of high school. Um, I really like Carson Beck, and I said in one of my videos that I think he could be just like a Drake May, or he could be a Heisman like candidate. And I know that's crazy to say that, but like I said before, we're so deep with the wide receiver position, and we have the best offensive line coming into 2023. I feel like Carson Beck can take control of this offense, and if you've seen him in the spring game, he was dotting up receivers. I think he had uh, like nine different targets in that game. So um, he's not just throwing it to one person, or one person's not just doing all the work there. He is dotting people up. So I
yeah.
like him.
Anyway, yeah, no, it's not too crazy to think that he could be a Heisman candidate because I mean Stetson went all the way to New York. So yeah. Yeah, and they did have a this Vandy game was particularly good. So on like two possessions, he went 8 of 11 for 98 yards and two touchdowns. So yeah, but yeah. Anyway, let's see what other players we got. Of course, we did lose Kenny Mack, 150 carries, 900, 892 yards, 10 touchdowns. He's gone. Like you said, we do bring back Dejon Edwards, Kendall Milton, Branson Robinson, plus Roger Robinson, uh, Paul, Andrew Paul. So yeah, and let's look at wide receiver. Brock Bowers, 63 catches for 942 yards and 7 touchdowns. I mean, yeah, Brock Bowers is a beast. I mean, no one can deny. So, and then Lad McConkey had 58 catches for 762 yards and 7 touchdowns. So he said, yeah, Kenny McIntosh really did have a big impact in the as a receiver. We also lose Darnell Washington, but we do bring back Rosemary Jack Saint, Arian Smith, and Dylan Bell, who are all really good. We did have A.D. Mitchell was hurt most of the time last year. We did transfer to
Texas.
Texas. Yeah. Okay. Sure. So looks like we still have a loaded offense. Again, I mean, good luck trying to stop us. So, how about we talk a little bit about offensive line now?
Yeah, the offensive line. I'm really high on the offensive line. Um, I do think we have the best offensive line in the country this year. What you think?
Um, yeah, it's gonna be really good. Yeah, I think we really only lost Broderick Jones, right? So
Right,
we do bring back Tate Ratledge and Cedric Van Pran and uh, Xavier
Marius
Trust.
Mims.
So yeah,
Also bring back Marius Mims there.
yeah. Yep, Marius Mims. Yep, Xavier Trust. I think I said him already. So
Yeah, so
yeah, I think we're gonna
we're
look pretty
loaded.
good on O line. Yeah.
Right. I'm not sure if you said this, but on the I believe it's left guard, if I'm not mistaken. You have a battle between Austin Blask and Ernest Green there. Um, they're really two talented guys. Believe if I'm not mistaken, Austin Blask also plays a little bit of center too. So if Cedric Van Pran were to go down with the injury, you have a
All
lot of
right.
depth there. You
All
you
right.
get
Yeah. Hold on. Yeah, I need to go to the bathroom. So you keep talking. I'll be right back.
all right. So yeah, for some reason that Monroe Freeland um goes down. I mean, not no. For some reason that Cedric Van Pran goes down with injury. You have Austin Blask. I believe he also played a little bit of center too. So that's some. You have a lot of depth there on the offensive line. Um, and that. So hey, if you're liking this content, please smash the thumbs up. Help out VicTube in that. This channel is very good. I am subscribed to it, so but as far as the offensive line, just like you said, we lose Broderick Jones and Warren McClendon. They're headed to they already got drafted, and Warren Erickson got picked up as an undrafted free agent there. Um, and just like you said, Cedric Van Pran returns, Tate Ratledge, Xavier Truss, Amarius Mims, all these guys. Um, and then you also have a freshman coming in, Monroe Freeling, and um, he's going to be very good there. So I'm excited for our offense. I think our offense is going to be explosive, and I'm going to talk about this. Let's talk about Mike Bobo. He comes in, new offensive coordinator in town. He used to be our offensive coordinator for a long time under Mark Rick there, until about 2014 or so. Um, and then he went off to be a head coach at Colorado State, and didn't do too well. But he comes back as an offensive coordinator. He's also been an offensive coordinator for teams like Auburn, South Carolina. He's had a couple different stints other places, but he comes back to the Georgia Bulldogs. A lot of people are worried about Mike Bobo. Especially a lot of Georgia fans are worried about Mike Bobo. I'm not worried about Mike Bobo. I think Mike Bobo is going to be an amazing offensive coordinator this year. This is Mike Bobo's uh, this is Mike Bobo's uh, best team he's ever had it at anywhere. Anywhere he's ever been. This is Mike Bobo's best offensive crew this year, and I don't think that he's going to change up a whole bunch from what Todd Monken was doing. I still think that he's planning to open up this offense. He's opening it up, and we're going to be a pass heavy team. I do believe we are going to pound the ball too. So, Georgia fans, don't worry about that. We're gonna run the rock as well, but I think it's going to be a lot of happy, and then whenever we're blowing people out, we're just gonna run the rock on them. So, very great offense.
Uh, let's take a look at how our offense did last year. See, we were actually fifth in FBS in total offense last year. Let's see, we did have run 1,049 plays, had 7,500 and let's see, 7,517 yards and 7.7, excuse me, 7.17 yards per play, 75 offensive touchdowns, 501 yards per game. So
Yeah, not to mention, um, that Todd Monken even said in one of his interviews, press conferences or whatnot, that Mike Bobo and a lot of the offensive crew got to call plays as well. So in that especially in that LSU SEC championship game, so you got to see
right.
him make some plays.
So then we were also fifth in scoring too. Had 41 at 41.1 uh, points per game. So
Yeah, don't be surprised if you see that number go up this year.
yep. Okay, so now let's talk a little bit of defense now. Let's see where our defense ranked last year. Let's see. Here's total D. We're actually 10th in total defense. We allowed 4,452 total yards. That's 296.8 per game and 4.88 yards per play, and only 23 opponent touchdowns allowed. So, and now let's see how we did with scoring defense as well. Uh, yeah, scoring defense. Here's scoring defense. We ranked fifth with just 14.27 points per game. So all looking pretty good. Now let's look at some players on defense. Of course, we do lose Jalen Carter. Yeah, and
Nolan
and
Smith.
Nolan Smith, and then Christopher Smith and Keely Ringo. So uh, yeah, and Robert Beal. So all to the draft. So uh, yeah, we do bring, and of course Bear Alexander hitting the portal. So
Right. A lot of people are, I think it's the overreaction to the Bear Alexander hitting portal. Yes, I understand that he's really good, really talented, but we also got guys, we got dudes um in our depth chart that are really good as well. Um,
we got dudes.
watch out this year. I'll tell you this, watch out this year for Jordan Big Baby Hall. I'm really high on him this year. I look for him to um I know he's going to be a true freshman, but I look for him to get a lot of playing time even as a freshman.
Yep, yeah, Jordan, big baby, always 6'4" and 310 pounds. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, of course, we do bring back Nazir Stackhouse. Yeah, it's on the defensive line. Do bring back Nazir Stackhouse, Zion Logue, Warren Brinson, yeah, Tremel Walthour. So I mean, yeah, we still got some dudes on the D line. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you said Michael Williams too.
Oh yeah, Michael Williams. Yeah, and then
So I mean, I'm not really worried. I'm not really worried about the defensive line. People are going to say, oh my goodness, we lost Bear
yeah,
Alexander. Oh
and
my
then
goodness.
yeah, and then we did get another freshman, and he's a huge guy. We did get Jamal Jarrett. He's 6'5", 350 pounds. So
Yeah,
or
very
he's a big.
very good,
Yeah,
and I can't wait until this year.
yeah.
For us, our defense is going to be locked and loaded. And I've said this many times: Georgia doesn't rebuild; we reload. So
Load. That's right.
we ain't
That's
we
right.
ain't.
We reload. Yeah.
I mean, and the proof is in the pudding, guys. In the past 2 years, we had 25 NFL uh, players get drafted, and that's a record in a 2 year span. guess who holds the record before that 2 years? Georgia
Um,
Bulldogs.
Georgia, that's right. There you go.
So, and all we need is 4 guys to get drafted next year, which we're gonna have that, and we'll hold the record for the most amount of players getting drafted in a 3-year span. Right now, Florida State holds that, but yeah, we're gonna kill it.
Yeah, we can do better. So let's look at our linebackers, because we do bring back Smile Munden. He had 49 solo tackles, 76 total, and 1 sack, 1 interception. So yeah, he was our leading tackler. So, and then let's see. Then we got don't forget Jamon Pop Dumas Johnson. Yeah.
Now, this guy, I'll tell you something about this guy. He's definitely slimmed up. He's lost some weight, and he's getting faster. So I like him a lot. He's gonna definitely improve this season as well.
Uh yeah. Yeah, so you talked about him slimming down a little bit. It says right here that he's 245, and then on my spring roster it says that he's gotten down to 235. So yeah, let's see what we got. We do bring back Malachi Starks, and he's gonna at a defensive back, and he's gonna be something special. Yeah. Of course, we remember when he came out against Oregon and had that interception. So he had
Right.
45 solo tackles. Yeah, and then also in the backfield, how could you forget about here we go, Javon Bullard? Of course, he is famous for making that play on Marvin Harrison in the Peach Bowl. So, and then we got Kamari Lassiter, Adam at corner. So he's returning on one
Right.
side. So we'll just need to figure out who's going to get Momo Ringo on the other side. So
Yeah. Also remember we bring back Dan Jackson too.
Dan Jackson. That's right. He had 13 solo tackles last year, and he even had an interception too. So
And as far as transfers go, we pick up Smoke Bowie from Texas A&M. Um, I look forward to seeing him
yes,
play.
Smoke
He,
Buoy.
he was supposed
Yeah,
to be a freshman at Georgia last year, but he went for a NIL bag, and I know that because he was a Georgia fan from birth. He loved the Georgia
right.
Bulldogs. That his dream college was to go to the Georgia Bulldogs. So I know he left for an NIL bag, but I'm glad to see that he made his way back home.
Yes, anyway, don't forget that Michael Williams was our leading sacker last year at a defensive end. He had four and a half sacks. So yeah. Yeah, and then Jamon Dumas Johnson had him at 4 sacks. So yeah. See Robert Beal at 3 sacks. So yeah. Um. Anyway, yeah, I forgot about Tyrion Ingram Dawkins, yeah, on the defensive line. So, uh, but anyway, so you want to go ahead and take a look at the schedule now?
Sure.
All right, you're gonna look at that schedule. Let's see. Need to change the year. All right, there we are. Now we start out with UT Martin. That'll be a win. UT Martin and Ball State. I mean, we should win both of these by 50.
All right.
Yeah, and then next we've got um, South uh, Carolina. Now I know that this game is really important to you because uh, you live there. So
Yeah, I mean, I think South Carolina's going to be a lot better than they were last year. I think they have a lot of momentum going into this year. They finished what 8-4. Um,
yeah,
so they have a lot of momentum going in this year. They get a lot from the transfer portal, and they have a lot coming back. I know they lose Jaheim Bell, but I still think they'll be all right. But I think it should be more of a competitive game than 48-7. But I still think my Georgia Bulldogs wins at least by double digits there.
yeah, definitely. I think we'll beat South Carolina too. Then we got UAB, but they're still a Group 5 team, right? That should be an easy win. And then we got at Auburn. Now this could be kind of a trap game here because it is on the road, but I mean Auburn's offense and their quarterback situation, it's not looking too good. They're kind of in a rebuild with Hugh Freeze, so I think
Yeah,
we should
I
win that
know
one. Yeah.
I know Auburn is looking at getting Mississippi State. I mean, not Mississippi. Michigan State's quarterback there out of the transfer portal. TJ Finley hit the transfer portal.
Mhm.
So to me, it looks like they're going to do a little switcheroonie there. Uh, I think TJ Finley might be interested in going to a team like Michigan State, and then that Michigan State quarterback might be interested in joining the Auburn Tigers there. But it's the first, like you said, head coach first year. I think we should win this game. I don't think Auburn's going to be anything special in his first year. Maybe a couple years down the road, I might change my mind there. But um, they just. I feel like we're going to win this game.
Oh yeah, and then when we were doing the offense, I forgot to mention that we did get Dominic Lovett and Ra Thomas from the transfer portal. So I think that's obviously going to be a big boost for us. But
Dominic.
anyway, so we do got Kentucky uh, coming up. I know that we haven't lost to Kentucky since 2009, so it's been like 14 years since we lost to Kentucky, and yeah, we're not gonna lose to Kentucky this year. So
Exactly.
yeah, but I mean, yeah, but you think that Kentucky's gonna be pretty good this year, though?
Yeah, I do think they're gonna be pretty good. They had one bad year where they went 7-6. All a couple years even before that year they had I believe a 9-win season or a couple of 10-win seasons before they went 7-6 last year. They pick up Devin Leary. Um, they have a couple dudes up front that they bring back. Most of their guys up front, their defense is going to look a little bit better. But listen, the thing that Kentucky does not have that Georgia does have is depth and talent. Obviously, Georgia's going to out talent them, and literally their depth is going to outweigh them. So we're just gonna beat them. You're muted, Vic.
Shit, sorry. Yeah, I was gonna say that we got Vanderbilt next, and yeah, nothing to worry about with Vandy. So
Yeah, nothing to worry about. We're not Florida. We're not losing to Vanderbilt. So
there we go, and then we get our bye week. And speaking of Florida, next we got the Florida Gators at the world's largest outdoor cocktail party in Jacksonville. So
yeah, Florida. They're going to be, to me, they're probably going to be about the same as they were last year. Um, I don't really the thing that concerns me, what it really doesn't concern me because Florida can go 0-12 for all I care. But you know for some reason that I was in a mental hospital and I became a Florida fan for some reason. Um, uh, you know, the thing that would worry me would be the quarterback position. Graham Mertz has hot diarrhea. I
Mhm.
believe they're looking for a quarterback in the transfer portal or whatnot. I'm not really sure. Don't really care either. But yeah, Florida is a hot mess. We always play in Jacksonville. Don't see why we shouldn't win this game by more than 14 points.
Oh yeah, yeah. Florida is a doo doo. That's right. Next we got Mizzou. Now, of course, they did give us a big scare on the road last year. This year we get them at home, and I think that it's not gonna be close this time. And we did steal their best receiver in Dominic Lovett. So yes, I think it's gonna be a big, like a revenge game for us. So I think that we win it bigger than we did last time. So yeah,
Yeah, for sure. They got to come down to Sanford Stadium.
yeah,
Um, you know, they got to play at Dooley Field. So, um, Missouri, get ready for a butt kick in there.
yeah. There you go. Yeah, meet us at Dooley Field. Yeah.
There
Uh,
you go.
anyway, so the next we got Ole Miss. Now, of course, last time we played Ole Miss. I mean, we got humiliated. Yeah, yeah, we went to Oxford and we got humiliated in Kirby's first year. So, but of course, we don't have any players um, um, who were on that team in 2016. But I'm sure that Kirby is going to use it as a motivation. Yeah, that this is the only SEC team that he hasn't beat. So
Yeah. So that's going to come to an end this year. We are definitely going to beat Ole Miss. I'll be a little bit more worried if it was in Oxford, but we have them in Athens. The Tennessee man was telling me, how great they were gonna, how bad they were gonna beat Georgia because, well, it was at, you know, they were really good or whatnot, but it was at Sanford Stadium, and I told them Sanford Stadium is electrifying, and if you underestimate Sanford Stadium there, you're in for a rude awakening. So, Ole Miss fan, if you want to tell us that y'all gonna win. Doesn't matter. Sanford Stadium don't have anything. Well, yeah, I would like you to walk into Sanford Stadium with that same attitude there, same energy, because you're gonna find out real quick. Georgia fans, we bring the heat.
yeah, there you go. And then of course next, we got we're at Tennessee, going up to Knoxville, and Neyland Stadium to play the Vols. So uh, yeah. So obviously this is going to be tough because I mean now that Tennessee is good again, so their fans are gonna be loud. But I mean, of course, the last 2 years, our defense has figured it out. I think the last time we were in Knoxville. I think we got shocked early, I guess, by Tennessee's tempo. Yeah, by their gimmick. So they did score 10 points early, but then we quickly figured it out, and then they didn't score again until the fourth quarter. And of course, this time we just completely shut them down. So Yeah, I think our defense is gonna play good enough for us to win. So again, so
Yeah, I think we'll beat Tennessee. They got Joe Milton. Georgia's very familiar with Joe Milton. You talked about a couple years ago how we you know beat them down in Neyland Stadium. I'm pretty sure Joe Milton was the quarterback in that year.
no, you no, that
So
was that was Hendon Hooker, but yeah.
not last year. I'm talking about 2 years ago.
Oh, just 2 years ago was also um Hendon Hooker. Yeah.
Oh, well, my
I
bad.
think
But
I think that was Joe Milton started out the year, but then he got benched. So yeah,
well, I still think Georgia's going to be too much for Tennessee. The
there you
talent
go.
gap, the talent gap is just going to be way too much there. So, and we seen that last
Anyway,
year.
and then yes, anyway, and then we got last one we've got at Georgia Tech. And listen, it's in Bobby Dodd, but we own uh, Bobby Dodd Stadium. Since we haven't lost there since 1999, so it's our home away from home, and we're ready to smoke these Yellow Jackets. So
Yep, I believe the same thing. Georgia Tech is going to be slightly better than they were last year, but we're still going to beat them. It's not even going to be
y-
close.
yeah, a little bit better, but not enough better. Anyways, looks like we both have them going mum 12-0. So obviously this Tennessee game is, one that we, could lose, definitely one we need to watch out for. Maybe South Carolina or Auburn or Kentucky could give us some trouble. Maybe, Ole Miss, but yeah, I do have us going 12-0 again. So
Right. I would say that Ole Miss could be a trap game, but since it is at home, I really don't think we're going to lose that game. So, yeah, if we lost a game, it probably would be to Tennessee, but our talent's just going to show up and show out, and don't think we're going to have a problem there.
nope. Okay, all right. So that about wraps it up. So anyway, so Matthew, thanks for coming on with me.
Yeah, I really appreciate you having me on. It was really fun.
Yeah. Anyway, so to do more of these soon, like I said, get in touch with me. If wherever you can find me, if you want to do one for with me for your team. Anyway, and then of course we'll be doing my show tomorrow at 6 p.m. So anyway, so thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all again next time.